F Shack.
Love Dirty Mike and the boys.
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys? How you know who we are?
What's this? They call it the podcast?
Morning Good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's me with the boner on the front.
Welcome to Morning Good.
And we're here with Christophe Jean.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Are we going? I was just fat shaming
yeah.
Michael. Michael Almanzar.
No
Mike,
shame.
who's also, that's a great way to introduce him.
Oh yeah, it's Mike Almanzar. Hi.
The dude, did you see that video? It's like at like a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And they're like, you could see anybody. And there's this like fat guy dressed as Raiden, and the newscaster goes,
Yes.
like this guy dressed as Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah, dude, that's Michael.
I don't even know karate. That's fucked.
It's just Michael just standing around in a fucking hat, and they're like, look, he's a panda. Look, he's wearing a hat like a panda.
Those Oreos and he's fat.
Yeah,
Panda.
dude. Dude, I was watching Kung Fu Panda. Dude, Kung Fu Panda rips, dude. Honestly.
I think that was a really underrated time of Jack Black's career, the bleached hair.
Yeah.
That was Tropic Thunder, and that movie came out at the same time.
Killers.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
two of the, back to back.
Yeah.
Double feature.
I read some weird article about him doing heroin or something like that.
What?
But it wasn't like he was like doing it. He's like, yeah, like somebody mailed me heroin and I snorted it. And I was like,
No way.
That's weird.
And he's Jewish. That's crazy.
Jack Black is Jewish?
He's Jewish. Yeah, I think on his mom's
No
side.
way.
Yeah. Jewish.
he's so
yeah.
like fat, and I don't
Yeah.
know. It just kind of makes you
He's too fat to be Jewish.
right. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. There's no way, because like Jewish people are picky about their food. He just goes and eats everything.
That's why he's bulking up on gefilte
Yeah,
fish,
yeah.
dog.
He got fat off matzo balls.
It's gluten free. How's he doing it?
They're like, Jack, stop eating so much brisket.
He's like, I'm a rock star. I'm eating pastrami.
That's fat Jack Black.
I could see him being like a shameful Catholic. That's why I see him more.
Yeah, I
you know what
thought
I
of
mean?
him as more Catholic.
But like a deviant,
Like a
one.
Chris Farley type.
Yes,
Ooh.
exactly. Who just like hates themselves.
Right.
But basically just his character.
I'm trying to think of a fat
Basically
Jew.
me.
A fat famous Jew.
I mean, Jonah Hill.
Oh.
Well, he's not fat anymore, I believe.
Yeah,
He's
yo-yos.
black now. Didn't you see the new movie?
Yeah. With the CGI kiss. Dude, that was awesome. That movie was the least chemistry I've seen between
Dude, didn't
two
they have
leads.
to animate the kiss?
Yeah, that's what I was just
wanna
like,
get Me
whoa,
Too
this
for a
is
smooch?
wild.
Was it a peck? I didn't see the movie.
It's like they're not even in the same movie. It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
I started watching it. I've been kind of like just throwing on things.
What was it called?
You People.
You People.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The
Blacks.
That's
Oh,
who
white
it's a-
people.
Yeah. That was the other working time. Yeah, that's a wild like racy name. Dude.
Yeah, well, that's what they were going for. They're like, this is the kind of thing you're not going to see in other studios.
Yeah, I guess so. They're like, this has edge, and then I watched it. It didn't seem. I guess it did. It was very topical. That's all I remember. It's like, this is
I
very
hate topical movies. It's like the references is like, this is going to be a reference for like a week, and this is like a tweet you just shared. And like, I hate when they get too into it. Like,
Dude.
it's like, they did that a lot with Knives Out.
really?
Where they're
my
like,
buddy hated Knives
the
Out.
guy's like,
better.
oh, I'm supposed to be Joe Rogan, but I shoot guns. I'm like,
Yeah,
it's not like
yeah,
a real.
Oh, is that Knives Out 2? There's a total.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Well, Knives Out 1 even is like, we got the little Reddit Nazi. It's Daniel Craig. That's what Daniel Craig says. He's like, we got the little alt-right neo-Nazi.
Yeah.
He's Forrest Gump, but he can solve mysteries.
Dude, I just found out. I've always wondered because Schwarzenegger grew up in Austria. I was like, what was his? I didn't realize his dad was a Nazi.
Oh,
No!
Full on.
How do you think he's so strong?
Yeah.
Pure bloodline.
That's what they say. It's like, yeah, it's the good genetics. That's why.
You know, genetics is a very big part of being.
Dude, you just see like Arnold's regimen. It's like one of those treadmills, but he's just looking at like a Jewish propaganda thing, sprinting full speed at it.
Yeah, it's like with a carrot on a stick.
Yeah.
It's just a Jewish man. I'm going to get you.
You know those things for the grip strength? Instead of like one of those, he's like crushing a menorah.
Dude, I hate the Jews.
But I think he's like over He's gone the other way. I was gonna say overcorrected, but he
converted.
He loves Hollywood now.
Yes,
Yeah.
in a good way. He's like, yeah. He's like, I like the Jews.
I love Jews now. Yeah. I used to hate them. That's why I got into bodybuilding. I wanted to be strong and kill all the Jews. Dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I saw also a funny PSA came on yesterday about that. It was like this guy and his son. Not about
Wait,
that.
what PSA?
It was like a Jewish PSA, and like this.
Where did you see this?
It was on. My girlfriend's been watching that show. Whatever that yacht show is, where they're like workers on a yacht.
Okay,
Jews at sea. Yeah.
It's very funny to imagine that, like, just on your like algorithm, it's like, by the way, stop being anti-Semitic.
Oh yeah.
You're just scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah.
And it's, hey, Michael, fuck off with the Jew stuff. All right, fine. The next clip is on. Well, I don't like Jews.
No, it also seems like he's like doing like he's like one of those guys who's like meeting with like white supremacists and trying to like convert. He's like doing like he's not just like yelling at people. Like he's trying to like actually like do a lot of effort to like correct. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a good move. Send Arnold like to the Klan.
He's a great one.
Yeah.
He's an Austrian. They love Austrians historically.
And they're like intimidated by him.
Yeah.
So it's like
scary.
Hey, if you don't stop being racist, I'll kill you.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, if you're not anti-racist soon, I'll be back. And they're like, oh yeah, he said the thing. Sorry, what were you saying, Michael?
So she watches that like yacht. It's one of those. It's kind of nice to watch.
Life on Deck.
That's what it is.
Maybe that's
Zach and Cody.
It's on Bravo.
Yeah.
Sweet Life on Deck. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
But it's just one of those where people are living on yacht, or it's like the crew.
The help.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but it looks great because you kind of feel like you're on a boat when you're watching it. Because like I don't know why it's good escapism. But anyways, there's this commercial where this dad drives his son and he stops the car and he goes, "I saw your Twitter. Because I saw you posted Hitler was right." He goes, "What the hell were you thinking?" And he goes, "How about you go say it to their faces?" And then he's in front of like a synagogue. And he's like, "I'm sorry, Dad." It said like, "Hitler was right" was tweeted 700 and whatever times this year. And I'm like, it was a weird thing because I was like, who's that for? Like, I don't know who's that for.
It's for people tweeting Hitler was right.
They're like, "Oh, I never thought about it that way." It's like, that's how deranged you have. If you're tweeting Hitler's right, that's not even like joking on a podcast. It's like I don't immediately cover my bases. I'm like, that's not like a couple guys having fun.
We're being serious.
I mean, he didn't put Hitler was right. LOL. Like,
I'm just imagining him like checking it over. And Hitler is right. No.
Was right. If he was right.
Hitler was the coolest.
But
his spirit's still here, so he still is right because he's inside of all of us.
Hitler was right, and now he's wrong.
It was the times.
Dude,
But that's so funny that he's like, it's like, oh, you want to be racist? Then smoke the whole pack. Go in there.
Here's an AR-15. Commit a hate crime. It's like,
oh, you want to tweet something?
Take
this gun.
It's crazy because it's like that's a funny thing too. It's like, what if his son just like went in and he's like, "Thank God, I don't have a car. I can't drive to synagogue. You got to spray paint."
Oh, that's good. That's wild. He comes out and he's like, "I actually really liked it there." His dad's like, "No.
Went too far the other way.
He overcorrected.
You just have to be so wild to tweet Hitler is like that's just like the worst possible tweet you could do.
It's also just like,
besides one that starts with an N, but
I don't know what's worse. But I think he would just get insta banned, right? Doesn't it just like pick that? Like,
not any. I don't know because like
I think
shouts
Elon's
out to
cool.
Elon.
yeah. But then he banned Kanye for like doing like Kanye did like a swastika inside of the Star of David. Which symmetrically looks cool. It looks cool symmetrically.
It's dude. It's cool.
Right angles look cool. It's just what it is.
It's like the cool S.
It's
You
like
put two of them next to you.
But it's also that was funny too because I looked up like what that meant, and apparently there's like this weird religion where they like believe in aliens, and that's what that was. Has nothing to do with. But they just chose the most crazy emblem.
Yeah, I mean that's just like a come look at us.
Yeah, for sure. You're like, no, that's not a fucking Confederate flag. That's my new religion. The flag happens to look similar.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's it's just Kanye being psychotic and being like, I discovered a new symbol.
Yeah.
He literally thinks, he's like, I've unlocked symmetry and geometries that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah.
And it's just a swastika.
Yeah.
A tattoo on his chest. He's like, but it's backwards so I can see it in the mirror. It's real shit. That's real shit right there.
Hitler invented the mirror.
Just saying.
I'm tired of people being mean to Hitler. That was the greatest thing to come out of that debacle.
We need to stop putting Hitler and bad
in the same sentence.
I think it's funny because like what he was trying to say was like everybody's God's children. You should love everybody no matter how evil they are. But that's not
Yeah.
like I said before. Saying I like Hitler is actually says worse than I love Hitler because you're saying like a love is like
He's talking about a divine love. He's talking about
but saying I
whatever.
like he's like no I like him.
They're like, yeah, we're all God's children, and he had good ideas.
Yeah.
And the Jews are terrible.
Yeah.
Wait.
You ever see someone be like, yeah, Hitler was bad, but the economy, Germany's economy was amazing.
Well, I've noticed with sentences like that, you always got to say the bad thing second, because if you say the bad thing first, if you say what Hitler did with the highway system was very intuitive, but he was such a monster.
Yeah.
Sounds
Way
so
better.
much way better
Hitler
than
was a monster,
but
The Autobahn. Wow.
and that's
wow.
just general argumenting. Like I was telling my parents that I'm like, you guys argue each other. Start with you start with like
I love you so much.
yeah.
You're such a sweet pea.
Or no, the other way. You got to say you were wrong about this. You were absolutely wrong, but I also should listen better.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
yeah.
ooh, he's on my side.
Yeah,
now.
that's a fucking debacle. That's just so mean, dude.
Yeah.
That's so mean.
You're a sweet bitch, but I like the way you cook food.
Yeah, you got to make a compliment sandwich or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. That's what I heard in like that's like a corporate thing. It's called the compliment sandwich.
Yeah.
Or a shit
Interesting.
sandwich where you put the shitty thing between two compliments.
Oh.
So, like, you've been an amazing employee. You need to show up on time more because when you're here, it's so much better.
Oh, dude, that's emotional manipulation on like another level. That's
My
genius.
boss loves me.
Dude, I hate that shit, dude. I
Yeah.
hate the nice boss. I'm like, dude, just be a cunt. Like, just be
Oh
mean.
yeah. It is hard because it's like I kind of have that going on with my work now, where I'm like I could tell my boss is like. She's saying like nice, and I'm like, you can just tell me I'm a fucking retard. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
aware. I know I'm like I had one of those things recently.
Like, I
where,
know you fucked up.
Yeah, where it's like a Zoom meeting and they're talking and they're like, you're like, all right, my name hasn't been mentioned in 5 minutes. That's a great time for me to just zone out completely.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, Michael, now do you want to show us what we just did? And I was
Oh,
like,
dude, they quizzed
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
They
yeah.
pop quizzed you?
I was like, I have no idea. I don't know.
That's
And
when
I
you go,
tried to pull it up. I just started going to Excel and I'm like clicking on the sheet.
Yeah.
And then I'm just clicking at different places while I'm trying to think of.
Yeah.
I think my mouse is broken. Just like, and then I'm like,
You gotta have something saved that just crashes your computer every time.
oh yeah.
You'd be like, oh, whenever you run this program, it just makes your computer restart.
Yeah.
And then like they can see if you're screen sharing. It's like you know, if you got a Mac, a little wheel goes nuts, and it's like
Yeah.
and then it just crashes.
What are those fucking what do you call it? Like anonymous videos just comes on my screen. I don't even know what this is.
We have Michael Good's computer.
Yeah.
Give him a raise and a compliment, or we will show him
show you his dick.
And then it just cuts to me like taking off the mask. And I'm like,
Got him again. We got him again, dude. Those anonymous guys are not cool. They're corny.
oh, of course. They've never said anything that like.
They're gonna hack me, dude. I'm so scared.
It's so funny the way.
I mean, they're awesome.
It's funny the way they do things though, because they're always just like Donald Trump is going down. And
Yeah,
then, like
yeah.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think I think sometimes they do cool shit when they'll be like,
this guy's a pedophile.
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, that was just a guy.
Yeah.
There was like a TikTok of him being mean to a woman, and they're like,
We know where you live and you have documents and documents of CP on your phone.
oh no. But do we? Yeah, dude.
Also,
but-
how many of those hackers do you think are watching so much child? That's like the demographic, like dudes in
they
like
have
basements
taste in it now.
that are good at the internet.
You have 10 terabytes. There's kids sucking cock, picking up the ass,
Yeah.
rim jobs. I've seen all. They watched every video.
POV, Gonzo, doggy style. Every kind. It's sick.
You've had CP cuck porn or someone else is fucking the kid.
Dude, this is so funny because yeah. I thought it was like grossed.
Wait, real quick. The CP cuck port is the pedophile getting cucked? That makes more sense. There's another pedophile.
That would make
like,
more
oh,
sense.
man, dude.
Like,
Come on. This is my
Fuck the
boyfriend.
kid. It's too small.
Dude, like yeah, dude, I grossed out like an old friend of mine with this almost exact conversation the other day. Because I was like, there has to be genres of it.
Yeah.
And he looks at me and goes, genres? He's just horrified.
I'm like, it's grotesque, but it's still an art form. Okay?
I mean, it still can be classified like anything else.
Christophe, is there anything you want to share?
I have reading glasses on.
Dude, the funniest is like I found out recently. You know how the airports they have those signs that are like keep an eye out for sex trafficking.
Yeah.
So
How are you
that,
supposed
like-
to keep an eye out for that?
Yeah.
I don't know, but that really triggers like the QAnon guys.
Yeah.
So there's a video. It's an old video, but I'm just seeing it now. It's a guy. Have you seen the video of the guy at the airport singing "I'm Not Afraid" by Eminem?
No.
Dude, it's amazing. This guy's at the airport and he goes, start recording, he's yelling at the security, goes, I'm not afraid. Dude, and you see him like trying to eat because he thought like the whole airport was just gonna
dude.
join in singing.
It's like a Manchurian Candidate thing.
Yeah. And he thought everybody was just gonna jump, and nobody
Yeah.
is. And so he's just yelling, and he's like, I can't keep living this way. And then he's like, there's sex traffic going on, and you guys are all complacent. They're going to Rico Tico's titty bar. They're bringing the kids there, just saying like
Yeah.
total nonsense. I'm like, oh, that makes sense if you're like a crazy QAnon guy. That,
Yeah.
Like you would see a sign that says keep an eye out sex trafficking, and then you go, I gotta be the hero. Like now.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You think you're a fucking patriot?
Yeah,
You're gonna save the kids.
Yeah, so you just see like a black daughter with like a white dad, and you're like, sex trafficking. Like,
Hey!
She's adopted, but why'd you adopt her? She's
Yeah,
hot.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
that why?
It's just like a shitty white mom with a kid on a leash.
yeah.
You punt the kid. Get behind something. Be safe.
Because I feel like all this started with first time. If you're stealing kids, why the fuck would you do it at an airport?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you got to move them.
Yeah, but that's like one of those where
This
you
kid's
get-
got to get to Alaska some way.
Yeah, but I feel like is that what's going on in Alaska?
Yeah.
kind of would make sense. It's kind of a
no.
But
They
that's it.
do.
Do
Secluded.
babies have passports? Is that like a thing? I don't think they need a passport. That's fine. Fucking
They're
yeah.
looking at the baby passport, looking back at the baby.
What
Same baby.
is your name?
The baby has a
Business or
mustache.
travel?
There's a whole line. Speed it up. Getting to look at the camera is hard, dude. I was looking back. There's a picture of my grandma with Alzheimer's and all of her, like the grandkids. And there's like 10 pictures of her not looking at the camera.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a Facebook thing, and then one. And then I remember my dad just like clapping and snapping and like
Yeah.
trying to get the like.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You just have
Start
to treat
playing
them
a
like
jazz
dogs.
record. And
She's so old. She thinks cameras like steal her soul. Like no, that's the devil. How is that me there?
To be fair,
Who is that lady?
Yeah.
With my family. She forgets herself, but not her family. Who's that lady?
Who's that ugly old woman?
Dude, my granny had Alzheimer's, and she went from sometimes being in a good mood and generally being kind of like a little crotchety sometimes, just kind of being like an old lady, to being always nice.
Yeah, that can happen once the brain just gets fully fried.
She was just like so happy.
Yeah, you're just in Margaritaville at some point,
Dude,
Like,
bro, she landed in Margarita.
Yeah.
She was having a great fucking time.
Yeah.
All the Great Depression memories
Her
gone.
last 3-4 years were just her like,
I love everybody.
they're like, Granny, what are you doing today? And she'll be like,
I gotta go vote at the penitentiary.
and you're like, what the? It's just like a nothing. You're like, what? Dude, yeah, I mean, she was living the high life.
yeah. I think for the most part, but they're trying to find a cure, and it's one of those things. It's like I think it's just your brain getting like I don't think they're even close. Like it's like your brain just getting destroyed. So it's
'Cause
like
it's
I don't
old.
Time,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah, It's like I don't think there's a way to fix like holes in your brain.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what it is. It's basically like
Dr.
just taking
Michael
Molly.
Good on the
yeah, there's holes in your brain.
They're like,
That's
Doc, well, okay, there are fucking holes in there, man.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
You know,
How am I
like
supposed to seal that?
I think like stem cells could do it.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's like that's what Steve-O. I saw this video of Steve-O going down to like Colombia to get like stem cell therapy because he has like bad CTE from being like knocked in the face so many times doing Jackass.
You know what? There was a little concern there for a second because I was like, "Oh, is his brain damaged from drugs?" And then I was like, "Oh, thank God, I just have to not get. I can keep doing drugs, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? That
Just don't get hit in the head.
just don't get shot out of a
That's
cannon
way
or
worse
whatever.
than doing drugs.
Yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
I mean, there's tons of drug addicts who don't develop. They don't kill their wife and kill themselves.
yeah. Then you get hit in the head.
They don't go
yeah.
full Benoit. Or what's his name? The gay one, Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah.
Oh, he was gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No! That's the worst thing about him. That's wild. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fun.
he was a closeted homosexual.
Yeah. What was that whole story?
From what I understand, I mean, he had CTE. He killed a guy. I don't know why. He's just an erratic, violent, crazy person for getting hit in the head, and allegedly was like a closeted homosexual.
I think it's like when you keep that love of cock inside you for too long, it makes
Yeah.
you go crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're doing all right.
I heard the funniest analogy. So I've been watching. I'm telling you about these deep, dark interviews. It's called the Underbelly.
Yeah, I soft white underbelly.
Dude, they're
Yeah,
great. Have you
yeah.
watched it?
I've watched a few of them. Yeah,
They're crazy. There's one
Yeah.
guy who's like a pedophile.
yeah.
And he starts talking. He goes, "They're like, how many boys have you had sex with?" He goes, "What's the old saying? You know, there's as many dicks as me as there are points on a porcupine." I'm like,
Oh, Jesus Christ!
I'm like, I've never heard that expression, but that is
Yeah,
hilarious.
It's funny to get folksy around your child pedophilia.
Yeah.
Your child sex
He's
practices.
like, "What's the expression? Dick in my mouth."
He's like, well, there's more than one way. There's more
educate
than
a
one
kid.
way to fuck a kid. I trust him as far as I can change his diaper. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
What are you, like a damn? He's like sitting on a porch with a damn thistle in his mouth.
Yeah.
I fuck kids all over these hills. Under yonder in them roots in them caves and Grandpa, tell us about the time you fucked a kid in a well. Well, he was stuck in there not 6 hours.
You ever heard
I did disgusting things to that little boy. Had to kill him. Couldn't have my name be drug around town. Man, he's only good as his name is.
Yeah, that's the pedophile.
I wonder if like pedophiles have like folk heroes. Like, you ever heard of Johnny Appleseed in a kid's ass?
Paul Bunyan.
He fucked kids across America. Right across.
Yep, he'd run around town with his child raping axe.
He's the reason we have Amber Alerts.
Old Johnny Amber.
Drove from California to New York. There's fucking kids. Free highway.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, those interviews are nuts. There's one. It was really interesting. There's a meth head schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And it was the most interesting because my biggest fear, not my biggest fear, but I have a fear of losing my mind. It's part of
Yeah.
my OCD. It's not like a genuine logical
I get it.
fear, but it's like you worry about that. And then there's a schizophrenic just high on meth, and I saw this glance in his eyes, and I'm like, that's the happiest I've ever seen a human being. Now, I'm sure the next day he's like crying and trying to kill himself.
Yeah, yeah,
but
no,
in
he's
that moment, I was
completely
like,
erratic.
this is so fascinating that like
Yeah.
at the bottom of life, he's like homeless.
Yeah.
They're still like, he's probably happier than the interviewer is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that moment.
Yeah,
But
the
he's
interviewer's like, this guy
also-
smells like fucking shit.
But he's also like hearing voices that are like, kill your family, kill your family.
Yeah, dude, he said he lit a house on fire because he thought like a child was getting raped in there.
Yeah.
And the child was like, apparently just a bunch of guys having a party, like a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
And he's heard them yelling, and then he heard a voice.
yeah.
It was like, oh, there's a child in there, or it was like, please help me, but light the house on fire. So that because if you go in here and try to stop it, they'll all kill you. But if you light the house on fire, I can run out the back.
Yeah.
And then he just lit some dude's house on fire.
Yeah.
I like how like the voice in his head is almost like a COD mission. It's like step 1, light the house on fire. Step 2, save the kid.
Save the child.
Save step 3, more meth.
Yeah.
Step 4, find meth. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's always funny too. When the interviewer's like, "Do you think maybe meth is not helping with your schizophrenia?" And he's like, "Yeah, probably not."
But
Am I gonna stop? No.
I mean, if I'm gonna be schizophrenic,
Yeah.
I might as well also be on meth. I don't understand.
Yeah.
What's your point? It's like I'm already fucked up. Dude.
Yeah.
My head's fucked up. I might as well be.
And they always
blasted.
start somewhere where it's like, do you have a history of schizophrenia? And he's like, no. My mom had cancer though, which is really bad. And then towards the end, she started hearing voices. But you're like, that is
Yeah.
that is.
I've heard you can start. I don't know. Maybe, I swear I heard this that there's some chemo thing that makes you a little like fucks with your brain.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was trying to remember what because my buddy Joe had cancer and died.
Testicular.
Joe-
His balls got so big they exploded.
Yeah.
And bled out. Yeah.
No, he
Joe
just-
Jacks?
No, he's alive.
He's alive.
But how he died, his ball got really big and then he started sucking on it.
Choked on his own nuts.
He choked on his own
Like one of
balls.
those giant gobstoppers.
Yeah, he was like
Is that what they're called? They're jawbreakers.
jawbreakers. Yeah, he did that and then it slipped down his throat. and
That'd be a
choked.
weird fucking what's it called? Ed and Eddie character. Guy with giant balls in his mouth.
I'm sucking on your balls, eh, boy.
It's definitely Rolf, dude.
Yeah.
Son of a shepherd.
In my country, we all suck about.
Traditional method, we suck balls.
Dude, I love a vaguely foreign character.
Oh yeah, where Mrs. Swan was one where
Mrs. Swan was Chinese.
No, they made it like they did it well enough. I know she was Chinese, but
Mrs. Swan had a black bob cut.
yeah, but there was like if they ask where she's from, she says like nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know. She seemed Eastern
She did.
Eastern
yeah.
Asian coded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like she looks Asian, but she might have been communist.
Yeah, I mean,
something.
what's her name?
Alex Bornstein.
You're good, Jesus.
Yeah.
She's just a Jewish woman,
Right.
so I don't know.
She's like, well, we had the Holocaust, so now I can do Chinese
Yeah.
characters all the time.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, totally. I don't care.
No.
That was Mad TV. They're like, this is Bobby Lee, but he is
Yeah.
a scientist, but super Asian.
Yeah, dude. He had a character that
these buttons?
didn't he have a whole character that was just going, "Uh-oh, hot dog."
Yeah.
That was "Uh-oh, hot dog," dude. I remember howling as being 10 years old, like, "Uh-oh, hot dog, what the fuck?
Dude, they had one
This is so funny."
where there was like a. So some of them were hilarious. I loved it, but I watched one the other day, and it
Yeah.
was literally just a gangster that was gay. And that was the whole thing. He's like, "Hey, what if I blow you guy?" And you're
Oh,
what
like an Italian gangster.
Yeah. And I was like, why is this is the whole sketch? Is
Oh,
just-
fucking gay.
yeah.
Really, you can't be gay, but I love sucking cock.
And then they're
I
like,
think it was the meatballs. That's what got me.
They're just like, wouldn't it be funny if a gay man had initiative and wanted to actually hurt other people?
yeah, what if Tony Soprano was gay?
Yeah.
I mean, they did that. I mean, one of the guys is, well, no spoilers, but have you seen Sopranos?
That's
Have you
fun.
seen Sopranos?
It's good.
Not all of it. Why?
Are you gonna watch
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's good.
Well, there's a gay character.
Oh yeah, there's a gay kid girl.
it? Yeah, Vito. Vito's gay.
He's gay.
He's gay. He's like super gay, and he wears like a leather. Like they see him at like a gay bar, like in like a leather thing, and then they report back to him, and then this one guy who like works construction is stumbles upon like Vito sucking a guy's cock, and then he reports it back to everyone at the clubhouse or whatever, and he's like, yeah, I saw Vito fucking, doing a blowjob with a guy. And then probably Walnuts is like, he was getting his fagoo sucked by a fucking mama goots. And then he's like, no, Vito was sucking the guy. Like, oh, my wrong. It's
I
so
love
much.
guys like that they can't even hear about gay sex.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Was that before or after you get your fucking dick sucked by a pig?
Yeah, dude. That was great because it's just like they were so much more repulsed that he was sucking cock.
Yeah, then like throwing a dead body away. Somebody just scratched your back.
They're chopping off a guy's arm
Yeah.
and throwing it in a suitcase to throw into the bottom of the ocean. They're like,
Yeah.
sometimes people are gay.
You tell me this dead body has a cock on it? Oh, what the fuck have
I'm
I
not
done?
touching the lower half of a man.
I'm not a fucking Faguza mama.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking Gaguzi Gibi. Dude, Italians really get worked up when you make fun of them.
Oh, it's very funny.
I had one clip online of me doing like a cartoonish Italian voice, And
That's a spicy pussy.
I said, that's a spicy pussy. The whole bit is basically just my impression of what if a gynecologist was Italian. That's basically the whole crux of the bit. And then, like, there's so many things that are like, we do not sound like that. We are proud Italian Americans, and we will not be like that.
They're saying it like this. We don't talk like this. We don't know.
I'm like, dude, how are you this mad that I said, I lit the pussy?
Yeah.
I lit the tiny pussy. That's the whole joke.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, what a pussy. I look, it's like literally like
Flags in the bio.
Yeah, dude, just hateful DMs.
Yeah.
That
People
are-
love putting their flags in the bio.
Yeah, dude, but when I put, an American
That'd be
flag,
a funny gif of like a Confederate flag.
they definitely don't have the emoji Confederate flag.
Proud Southerner.
Don't mess with Texas.
Yeah.
Proud Southerner.
There's certain things with emojis though, because
You think there's clan wife? Like it'll be like army wife, navy wife.
that is the one fringe of society that there are just no hot women. It's just like 0%.
What, the Klan?
Yeah.
The Klan? Have
Yeah.
you been snooping around the Klan for pussy?
Dude, no good sniz over
Dude,
there. Every
no good-
fucking
dude,
meeting.
Clan clam, dude.
Yeah.
No good clan clam.
I think Daisy Dukes, at least she was hot, right?
Yeah, but they were They were
They-
just.
They were just
I don't
Southern.
know. They were clan coded, dude.
They're Klan adjacent.
Yeah. Well, you know who was hot? Didn't Vicky Valentine? Wasn't she in American History?
Who's Vicky Valentine?
From she's the one from Waterboy.
Oh, she
Like
is
that
hot.
gaff tube.
Yeah, she's
woman.
super hot.
Oh yeah. I think she
She
played.
talks like this, kind of.
She played a white. I think maybe she had a shaved head in American History.
She looks like she could be.
Yeah. Well, maybe that punk rock neo-Nazi scene.
Yeah,
kinda had
yeah.
some girl who like spits in your mouth and kicks you. In
Yeah.
The balls.
Right.
You know, what is it? I know one porn star, Brandy Love. She's not a white supremacist. She still sucks black dick, but she's like, I don't like Black Lives Matter. she tweeted that.
There's 9 cocks. Nine black cocks around. By the way,
Yeah.
Someone replies like,
I back the blue.
Yeah.
you don't matter.
Self-defense.
Pedophile?
Yeah.
Dude, what was I gonna? I forgot what I was gonna say.
She's the one. There's pictures of her at like her daughter's campus, and there's just 100 pictures of dudes just taking.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's your mom, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No way.
I mean, it'd be sick to be her, her stepson, but not her. real
Yeah.
son.
That was a funny thing too, because like I when I was getting in these loopholes, this will all relate in 1 second, but
Yeah.
there was this dude. First off, they interviewed this pimp.
Yeah.
This guy named Lil Kelpie. Have you seen Lil Kelpie? Have you followed
No,
this guy?
Lil
Dude,
Kelpie.
Awesome. So he's this little like white kid with braces.
Nice.
Oh,
He's-
yeah.
He's wearing a purple suit
Swag.
with like a dollar sign like
Yeah,
chain.
necklace. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's these two like I guess like 18-year-old like meth head chicks. They're like still kind of hot, like hasn't
Yeah.
really gotten to them yet.
Yeah.
But
They're aged up to 30.
yeah. He's like, yeah, like I'm a pimp. I mean, that's not what he sounds like, but he sounds ridiculous. And then, but he was on the software underbelly, so I was like, oh, this guy's a legitimate pimp. And then I see the next thing is that guy Sharp. I was showing you this guy. There's like another pimp.
Yeah.
This like influencer pimp named Sharp.
Yeah.
And they have one interview where it's him just yelling at the kid, and it's the funniest thing. 'Cause the kid's like, I'm real, bro. I make those bitches walk the blade. And then this guy's like, shut the fuck up. You ain't a real fucking pimp. Your mama drove you here today. He's like, my license suspended. He's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I was driving too fast.
That
It was so
rules.
funny that the pimp though felt the disrespect was so funny because he's like, you're mocking our culture. When you wear that purple suit on that interview, you're making us look like fucking bitches. So
My ancestors died for me to wear a purple suit.
You're like, what? Wait. You can't have
400 years of slavery. So I could punch a bitch in her mouth.
I guess you're right.
there's this other
He's mad at cultural appropriation.
yeah, pimp
While
culture.
just punching women square in the fucking head.
It was so funny because this was like, it was like That was the first interview, was them just like yelling at this guy, just like, you a bitch. And the second one was that, this is why I was related to what I was talking about earlier, has that, you know that Adam 22 guy?
Yeah.
The face tats, it's him and then one of the other pimps. And he's like, dude, I basically felt like you're doing blackface when you wore that purple suit.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? And he's like, okay, that's a weird analogy. And he starts like backing up. But then little Kelpie calls him a bitch. He goes, nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. You're a bitch. None of the pimps know you. He goes, Benjamin Franklin knows me, bitch. Which like, doesn't even make sense.
He's trying to be like,
I got money, bitch.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like,
I got so much money, bitch.
he's a baby. He's a baby.
I'm a little pimp baby.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Like no one knows. Like you're not in the pimp group chat or something.
man, the Facebook page don't know shit about you, motherfucker.
You've never been on the pimp cruise that we do all yearly.
Pimp luncheons.
Yeah, you never showed up to the softball league. We do kickball every Thursday.
Yeah, it's us versus the drug dealers for underhand softball.
You weren't even invited.
But then he punches this 19-year-old in the face and just starts beating the shit out of him.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
Of course, dude.
Yeah. But the Adam 22 guy, that's one guy I wonder about because he just like has these. Like I looked through his Instagram. It's like him and his wife. It's called Plug Talk, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they just fuck porn stars on the podcast.
Yeah.
But then there's like pictures of him with like his baby, and I'm like, it's weird because you wonder what not on his Instagram, not in a pedophile way, but you wonder if it's like has society made it weird for your dad to be a professional porn star, or like I know that was always a weird thing, but I'm saying like take out societal norms. Is there any reality where you could live with that? Like your dad being a porn star with like adjustment where it's like, oh, actually,
if it was normal, I guess. I mean,
yeah, but I'm like,
I don't
what?
know.
It's like, yeah, because it's like you wonder if you're like, is this guy wrong for fucking on camera and having like, it's like, what's? I know it's not morally wrong, but I'm saying like, where do you draw the line? Like, should he stop doing porn because he's a father, because it's weird, or because it's morally wrong? Is it morally wrong?
Yeah, I guess it is a bit of like a cultural norm thing. I mean, not that like this is like one-to-one the same. However, I did see this guy. It was like this like brief little documentary I saw about this guy who's like he's like a pop star like in like I believe Africa, like a small town in Africa. He's like the best singer.
Oh hell yeah!
And he's like he does these big shows and they all love him. I forgot what his name was, but he has 40 wives.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that rules.
And I can't imagine the son is like, oh, my dad's the 40 wife pop star. Like, oh, this is like so weird. You know?
Yeah.
But Adam 22 is just fucking a million different women. It's not
Right.
like how
No, that is similar.
how different is it? Like my
Yeah.
dad gets a ton of pussy. My
Right.
mom was just one of 100 bajillion women he
Yeah.
stuck his dick in.
Yeah.
Now I exist. But if you're that kid at school, it's like you're done for.
Yeah, that
in
part's brutal,
America.
but it's like, should he give up his love for porn? You know what I mean? It's like, do you give things up?
Dude,
It's
I just
too
don't
late.
imagine
You know what I mean?
there's
Like, you
just
saw it on the internet.
There's no healthy way to just be this way. A
Yeah.
well-adjusted
Well, also the face
person.
tattoos, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude.
Yeah.
A well-adjusted man who had like 2 parents in an upper middle class home in like, you know, in Wichita, Kansas is not going, yeah, I started a porn podcast with my wife and we fuck out a million different women. Like, you're not like, oh yeah, I was fine as a kid.
Yeah, but I agree with that. It's like normally weird stuff leads to that. But I'm just like morally, I'm like, I don't know, because it's like his brain could go either way. His brain could go, I have to tattoo my face and fuck hookers because I can't stop thinking about my uncle and how
And what he did to me.
or
Yeah.
he's very logical. He's like, you know what? No, fuck the way society goes. I like these tattoos on my face and I like fucking women. And I wanna do what I can. You know, it's like I don't know which way the mind goes.
You don't have to apologize. It's probably column A, column B, dude. It's like, yeah, dude, my mom used to punch me in my face when I would look at, you know, girls at school, something psychotic, you know?
Yeah.
And then he's like, now I just can't live without 100 million different pussies. And face tattoos are all like, kill myself. This is my whole identity.
But it's like, I feel like it's only like you get bullied if it's like your mom's the porn star. If your dad is like, oh, your dad crushes puss, your dad's cool.
That's
but it's
a
like,
good point.
But it's like, oh, you sucked on titties that got jizzed on camera. Yuck.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's a little.
That's true. It is gendered.
It's
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
it is
gendered, yeah.
gendered.
So I'm like, but it's like obviously I don't think it's morally wrong to do porn. Like across, I hate people that are like that. You're a fault. It's like I don't think that. But it's like I wonder if it's like the societal things that make
yeah.
this like a weird, or if it's like
Oh, I think it is. I mean, like if you look at like social mores of fucking porn star stuff, like inherently there's nothing really wrong with like two consenting adults filming
course not.
themselves
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
and then me jacking off to it.
yeah.
If there was, I think personally I maybe shouldn't watch it
Yeah.
as often as I might be.
Dude,
doing.
I am frying my brain. It is like it's like I know porn's not bad for you, but at the
the
rate I'm
stimulation.
watching
I see it as just as bad as like scrolling TikTok for an hour.
Yes,
You know, it's like
absolutely, yeah.
fries out some kind of dopamine receptor, and
Yeah.
you're like you're hooked up
Yeah.
to the pleasure tube, and you're like,
Yeah.
you know, it's something like that.
But you
it's-
can't. It's so hard to jerk off without porn. Like it's. I
Yeah.
try it. Sometimes I can do it, but I'm like, it's got to be like a morning good. Sorry,
Whoa.
a morning wood jerk.
Yeah.
To like get because I'm already hard and I'm halfway.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, it's
I'll
like-
do no porn for a long time, no jacking off for a long time, and then it's easy. If you go a
Yeah,
week
yeah.
or two without touching your pee, and then you get truly like lizard brain horny,
Yeah.
then you can just be, like you just fucking do, you know,
Yeah.
you
it
just
works.
squirt one out in 2 seconds.
But if it's to the point where it's like you wearing shirts like, don't talk to me until I've had my cum. You know what I mean? It's like I nut before I drink coffee. Like, yo, you're a little wild. Yeah.
That's I mean, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a weird life. I don't know. I think, because you never think about the guy whose dad is a porn star. That's a total.
Yeah, you never think about that guy.
Yeah, but you got to worry that girls your age are like.
I mean, I don't think that guy's raising his son.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Like, why go play catch when I could go play fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're like, yeah, he's in the Silicon Valley. He flew through here once and fucked my mom. Like that's
Yeah,
he's like,
Your dad he's out in California getting all kinds of pussy.
Yeah, and then there's got to be that scene where like in the Joker movie where he's like, "You're my father." It's like, who the fuck are you? Yeah.
it's he's dying of AIDS.
you know, I got these
Who
scars.
are you?
Yeah.
Get in line, kid. Jesus.
Dude, I saw the
Sorry about that.
craziest thing the other day. I saw written. It looked like it was written in bloods. It said AIDS is not over.
Yeah.
It's either
Yo.
blood or like red paint, but it was a
Yeah.
terrifying thing. But I think
That's
it's
like
over though.
the-
Isn't it over?
Yeah.
Isn't it basically over? It's like COVID being over.
It's like
porn-
the AIDS demon.
yeah.
You can live to be 100 and have AIDS now. Like, it's fucking, it's whatever.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like the
I
flu.
downplay AIDS once a week on this podcast. I'm like, take some prep. Apparently, you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
no, PrEP is really out there. There's
Yeah.
multiple drugs that really that you test negative.
yeah,
They suppress the virus so much you test negative.
yeah. It's I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's a concern.
There's
Yeah.
a couple, like, it's like semi-cured where, like, if you have AIDS and cancer and you have, like, super hardcore chemo, like,
Yeah.
chemo will, like,
Yeah, but
kill
God
the
wants
AIDS.
you to die.
Yeah.
Dude, AIDS and cancer is insane.
Dude, yeah, I wonder like the immunosuppressant nature or whatever of it. Like if you have, I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing, if you have HIV, you're on PrEP, and then you get sick. Do you get sick worse than someone who doesn't have HIV? That's what I want to know. That's what I'd be
Probably.
curious about.
Oh yeah, because your immune system like
Because
boosts it.
immune
Maybe your
system
immune
is
system has
different.
fought.
Yeah, I don't know how it
yeah.
works. It's really busy.
Spot AIDS now, it's like buff as shit.
But, or it's
No.
tired from fighting AIDS.
No, I think
like,
it's
oh my
tired from
god,
fighting
I
AIDS.
can't take on another disease.
Are you serious? I'm literally fighting AIDS all day. And you go and you get pneumonia? You're cheating on me with pneumonia? Jealous AIDS.
Thyroid cancer? You fucking serious?
You go have fun with your pneumonia. I'm gonna go and have a siesta, all right? And you
I'm
come
fine.
back.
I'm
Well,
fine.
guess
I'm
what?
fine
There's
with
HIV in your cum now.
that.
Have fun not coming inside anyone anymore.
Is there pneumonia in your cum? I didn't think so. I'm better than her.
I'm better than she is in the lungs, bitch.
I had the wildest conversation with a gay guy. There's this like gay black guy in a leather jacket who's a comic. And
Yeah.
he was talking about. First off, he's like, "Oh my god, here's a picture of me with like cum on my shirt," and I'm like, "Yo,
Ew.
cool." But I was like, "Just a little cum." I don't know. I'm open minded. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let me see. I mean, there's cum on your shirt, whatever. And then somebody's like, "Oh, tell him what you think a big dick or average dick is." He's like, "I don't fuck dicks that are smaller than 10.5 inches." And I'm
That's
like,
not true.
I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Boy, if your dick is smaller than 10.5 inches, your dick is tiny." And I'm like, "What are you that?" If I start fucking 800-pound women,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that women below 800 pounds are now small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
That's true.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
No, it doesn't make
He's like,
sense.
Because you fuck 100 dicks that are, he's like,
There's no way.
and I'm like, I guarantee you.
I know the percentages on cock sizes.
Yeah.
I know the
As a straight guy,
distribution.
yeah, it's yeah.
I know the statistics on cock sizes. There's 5 guys in New York with cocks bigger than 10
10 and a
inches.
half. That's
10
insane.
the biggest cock in the world
It's like 13, right?
is like 13.
yeah. So there's no way the second.
Okay, first of all, he's probably believing men
yeah.
when they're like, my dick bigger than me. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, it's not. It's 7 inches. And
For
you're like,
sure.
that's 8.5.
yeah. But also, I don't know. Like, I haven't had 100 dicks in my ass. I feel
No.
like that's a better measurement than me. Just like, it's like maybe he knows exactly.
There's no way he knows.
really.
His
I
sample
think
size
he
is still
I think
too
he
small.
was like negging, because I was like, I guarantee you, I could fuck you right now. You showed me a picture of cum on your shirt. You're talking to.
Yeah, he's blushing instantly.
Yeah. I'm like, I know.
You
I
would-
guarantee
you would suck my
alleyway
sin-
right now.
You'd suck my 6-inch cock right now. And he's
immediately.
like, oh, my Lanta. You know,
Then prove it. You won't.
you ain't never had a dick this average.
And he was trying to bully. He's like, y'all bunch of small dick motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, we're not. And also, I don't care. Like,
Then
I
take
don't-
it out and let him see it and let him suck on it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Reverse psychology.
That would work on like the straight dude who's like, I've always wanted to fuck a guy.
Oh yeah. Dude, a guy who's like, dude, my dick's not fucking small.
Yeah, really? Well, put it in my ass.
Yeah.
Put it in my ass then. All right, fine.
Yeah.
You have to make it a dare. With straight guys, you have to make it like a bet.
Yeah.
Like you have to make it competitive gay
Yeah,
sex.
it is funny those people that just will not back down from anything. Like,
Yeah.
there are. I know so many people like that. They're like, dude, if somebody calls you a pussy, you have to.
You
punch
have
them
to fight them.
in the fuck. That I
Yeah.
had a workout trainer like that. I had a trainer in high school, and he goes, the worst advice I've ever gotten in my whole life. He goes, never back down from a fight. Never. He goes, I don't care if he has a knife. Never back down. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is the most insanely unadult argument I've ever heard.
You have a gun to your head. You don't have your phone or wallet on you.
Yeah.
He died, but he died a man.
Go to the Middle East, punch ISIS in the face.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it would have been funny if I tried to fight him. Like, cause I'm like, are you just gonna fight a 16-year-old? Can you fight kids now that talk shit about
Yeah,
you?
at what point?
I had that happen to me one time. I
Fought a kid?
Nice.
almost, dude. This kid spat in a movie theater. It hit me right in the face.
Dude,
No.
I would kill that
Dude,
child.
I run up to these kids and I was just like, you don't do that. And, I couldn't think because I was like, what am I gonna fucking yell at them and call them fucking I
Idiots
couldn't
or-
figure out what to do. I was
Spit
like,
on him back.
I'd be so spaz angry, dude. I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't have any articulate.
and then I'm like holding hands with my girlfriend. I'm like, she probably thinks I'm a fucking pussy.
Yeah, dude.
But I was like, what am I supposed to do? Just beat the shit out of a bunch of
Yeah.
Dude,
Also, because New York kids, there's 12, they could kick my ass.
Oh yeah, they're
I'm
crazy.
constantly
Yeah.
scared that I'm gonna get jumped by New York
Right.
teenagers.
It's
Just
just
walk
like
down
a
the street.
6'3" fucking Dominican kid with a mustache.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm 12, bro. And you're like, oh.
I used to fight my siblings over the last mango. You can't.
He's got a Yankee fitted on him.
yeah. I'm terrified.
He's a horrifying kid.
And the other side of it too, I'll see skater kids with I'm like, you have piercings in your face. I don't know. You look like you've been abused. Like,
Yeah,
you could
they
probably
probably
beat the
have.
shit out of me.
Yeah, I got a knife.
Yeah.
I got 2 knives. My dad gave it to me that time he visited.
Isn't the movie Kids about skaters in New York or whatever? They're
I've
who
never
have
seen
AIDS or
that.
some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's some point where a girl gets AIDS or something.
Which doesn't happen apparently.
No, girls get AIDS.
You-
Dudes don't get AIDS from girls.
You have to have
No,
a huge cock to
statistically,
give a girl AIDS.
Most AIDS, maybe it's just because it's mostly gay dudes, but
Yeah.
it's I think less than 20% of AIDS patients are women.
Mm.
Yeah, it's gay dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that just kind of like a hot potato where it's so much in the gay community?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So
it's
it's
'cause if it's a guy fucking you in the ass, he's probably not going around.
and you're bleeding.
probably not. Yeah, it's probably
Okay.
not a.
So this is interesting because I thought this whole time that it was harder for women to get AIDS. I've said it 1,000
No,
times.
no,
I'm like,
it's
go out,
not.
don't wear condoms, women do whatever. But I guess there's just so much AIDS in the gay community.
It's unlikely. If a woman you have sex with has HIV, it's very unlikely for you,
to get it from her.
a man who does not
Like
have
Forrest
HIV.
Gump doesn't get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But that guy must be packing. Forrest Gump, big
That's
dumb
true.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
those guys got massive dongs. Tear it up. He's
Yeah.
ripped her open and got that AIDS,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
Yeah. He cracked her open.
Sucked the AIDS out of her.
He just kept running and running trains on her, dude.
Jenna, last teeth.
I started taking PrEP.
Dude, that's a confused body, just like a retarded guy getting AIDS. Your brain is like, what? What the fuck am I supposed
It's
to
had
do?
to have happened.
Yeah.
Why do I keep sneezing?
But there's if a woman has AIDS and you have sex with
I was
her,
like, I like how you put your finger up like this.
If and only
Exhibit
if.
A.
Yeah.
if a woman has HIV, it's very hard for a man to get it from her. But I
But if she's
believe
getting railed at by a bunch of dudes the age, she can
with
easily get AIDS.
then I think it goes the other way because it's in your seminal fluid. So
Mm.
if you ejaculate inside of a woman, then I believe you can give her HIV that way. But it's easier man to man because one, there was less contraception use because
Gay guys
not
like to
gonna
party.
they're not gonna get pregnant.
yeah.
Just logistically, why would you?
Right.
And that's gay.
Yeah,
It's
little
gay to wear a
poop in the
condom when you
foreskin.
fuck a guy.
Yeah.
It's super gay.
Yeah.
What are you worried about touching a guy? 'Cause
You're not comfortable with your sexuality. You have to
yeah.
fuck a guy without a condom.
yeah, it's super gay. But yeah, it's the friction of an asshole. No, not naturally lubricated. Tighter. I know I'm really selling you guys.
Like this is
You can't get pregnant.
gay sex sounds
Wait,
interesting.
guys' asses. Yeah, so the friction, there's little micro tears in your penis and in their asshole, and then blood mixes in that way. So
So
the virus mingles in that way.
So in order to get AIDS from a woman, she had to like squirt into your dick hole. It's like
Yeah,
shooting
something
down the
like
Death
that,
Star.
yes.
It's like
There's one point.
That's so funny.
Weakness is right in the center.
The Millennium Falcon can fit. That's so awesome.
just instead of like a TIE fighter, she's like
Yeah.
a biker meth chick and a fucking
Yeah, it's a Thai ladyboy fighter. Dude, that's so funny. Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's how AIDS works.
yeah.
Yep.
I learned a lot today.
Yeah.
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 That's how HIV works.
We should bring on a gay doctor.
Think it'd be any different than the street.
Get-
Yeah, I study the gays.
Yeah. It's not enough to
Dude,
just
I
spit in
went
his
to-
asshole.
I have herpes, and I went to it's an internal medicine or internal disease specialist, something like that, internal medicine specialist, something like that.
Yeah.
But they study like people with like viruses that stay in your body,
Yeah.
like hepatitis, HIV, and herpes. And I go there, and the guy was like, "Oh, you're a herpes guy?"
I thought you were more of an AIDS hepatitis dude. Yeah.
I swear to God. He's looking at me like I'm a bitch. He's like, "You went to the doctor for herpes?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm scared."
What are you in the third grade?
He goes, "Dude, I just saw a guy with AIDS."
He goes, you should get out of here. Save yourself.
Dude,
He's like,
that's what
"There's
he
AIDS in
said.
this room."
Oh, your cock's itchy? Then scratch it.
Yeah, dude, for real. And then he was like, I go, "What should I do?" And he goes, "Wear a condom." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like, I wanted to start taking like medicine for it to suppress it. And he was like, "Why?"
That's not a nice doctor.
He's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Well, I have a girlfriend and I don't want to give it to her." He goes, yeah, I guess so, yeah. He goes, "Just wear a condom."
I've never taken herpes that seriously. Besides, I was in middle school. I made out with a girl at Halloween Horror Nights.
She had a
Swag.
cold sore.
So no, but she texted me and said I have herpes, and I went off. First of all, I started looking up like herpes dating sites. I'm like,
Yeah. Your whole life has changed.
yeah, because I was like,
I'm a guy with herpes now.
Yeah.
I was in 8th grade. In your mind, you don't realize that like who the fuck cares? Because
No.
you're fine.
Yo, mouth
Cold
herpes is not
sore?
a big
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Michael has that.
But
Yeah.
in my
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
wanna
we have
not
all
use
the
that
herpes
microphone?
covered.
Can you?
Yeah. We have all the herpes bases covered on this couch.
But dude, I remember I was like trying to figure out a new life. I was like, all right, I guess I can still enjoy roller. Like I just thought I couldn't have sex with anybody.
Yeah, you're like, I've always wanted to be a chef.
I got a,
Yeah.
I got a sad little herpes story. I fucking
Wait, can you let me finish real
yeah,
quick?
go for it. Yeah.
And then I go off on her. I'm like, I'm calling the fucking police. I'm gonna sue you.
What?
I didn't know.
Because you were like 12.
Yeah, I was like, you could sue people for giving them. Like, no.
Yeah, you got litigious. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But and then she's like, "Nah, I'm just kidding."
Bro, she got your ass so
Dude,
good.
I was
dude.
like, I'm gonna fucking, I'm gonna sue you. Yeah.
Such a pussy, dude. What happened to you, boy?
Oh yeah. I was so I'm with this prostitute, right? And she's like, $100 you can eat my ass while I suck your dick. I'm like, oh, that sounds good.
Wait,
You ate her asshole for $100?
Yeah, your ass.
Wait, so
$100.
you eat her asshole?
Yeah, and then
Wait,
I'll,
so you
yeah,
ate her.
business,
You
brother.
paid a woman to eat her asshole.
Her
Christophe,
asshole.
Christophe,
She had a
I get
great
it.
ass.
I get it.
Yeah.
I agree with it, but it's terrifying. So like,
Yeah.
I totally get it because I'm a big ass eater. I get where you're coming from. But
You
yeah,
eat big asses or
yeah. But it's like that's a terrifying. That's probably the last thing you should lick on a prostitute.
yeah.
That's funny that there is one.
Yeah.
There's what?
There's the last thing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
should do with a
yeah.
prostitute.
You shouldn't lick them at all. But
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Yeah,
and so,
I don't know if I'd lick a prostitute.
but then I was like, man, but I want to eat your pussy. And but at the same- I was drunk and I forgot I had a cold sore. And she's like, that's gonna be $200 more if you want to eat my pussy with that.
Cold sore.
I was like, oh man, got cock blocked by my own herpes.
Damn, dude.
That is funny. It's also funny that like you could basically just do whatever. I'm like, what if I have to fuck you with AIDS? Like, where's the line? I can eat
Yeah,
your
what's
pussy.
the number? Did
$10,000.
you have sex with her?
No, I just ate her booty hole a little bit, and then I went home.
Really?
Yeah.
You're in, bro,
I was
I'm
in
sorry,
Spain.
but I'm judging you so hard.
My ATM would not give me more money. It was 3:00 in the morning in Spain.
yeah, okay, but I mean, at least get your pee-pee sucked. At least to get a
Wait,
jack
you
off.
just ate her asshole?
I just ate it because it was
Imagine,
like
okay, you pay a woman $100, you lick her asshole, and you leave. Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
He's like, and then I went home.
And then I went back to the hotel. Yeah, because like at the same time, like because there was another prostitute there. She was weird. She was like she jacked me off very violently and like first like wiped my wee wee down with a dry napkin. I was like, what the fuck? And then she was like jerking me off hard with like with a condom on. And I did get hard, but I was like, I'm hard, but no,
Why
I'm
is
no
she
longer.
jerking you off with a condom on?
I don't know. I guess if I have mouth herpes, I probably have it down there too. That's her guess, maybe.
Well, you can't get it on your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should just wash her. No, you can get it on your skin.
Yeah, but that's so
If
unlikely.
if she
Yeah.
sucked her fingers afterwards, I don't
Even
know.
that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
The,
yeah. If
the
anything,
odds.
Would you rather wear a condom and get jerked off, or have them wear a glove and jerk you off?
Gloves. That sounds
Obviously,
hot.
glove. Just
Really?
put some lube on the glove and fucking go to town.
Yeah. But it was like just
Well,
so
you don't-
unappetizing. I was like, I'm hard, but I'm hard, but I'm not
That's
horny
so funny.
anymore.
They're like, yeah, you can. I'm not gonna touch your plain penis, but you can eat that girl's asshole.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
It makes no sense,
Yeah,
they're not
that's wild.
doctors. They don't know.
dude. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fucking.
I think they were.
idiots.
I think they were Ukrainian refugees too. So
Yeah,
I was doing something good for the war effort.
They
You know
were-
what I mean? I was a good guy.
We send this money back.
Don't ask how I got these.
Yolanda, you must have a little boy eat your ass again. We are running out of rations.
We're out of pierogies.
Please, Yolanda, have your butthole licked by sex tourist.
You fucking idiot.
I don't know why.
I was very drunk. I was extremely.
Okay,
like,
pissed.
that's
when you said-
that is fair.
And
When
she
you said you
approached
went
me-
home afterwards. I don't know why I picture you going back to the hotel, getting like a hot pocket in the lobby, like just doing like very normal guy stuff, just like enjoying your stay. You're like, yeah.
And then I went to bed next to my aunt, where my 80,
that is awesome.
yeah, and then her 80-year-old just like, Michael, where are you? Don't worry about it.
Why did your breath smell like shit?
She kisses you on the lips.
just on the cheek.
God. I don't know why you're.
Yeah.
She's like Italian.
It's 3:00 in the morning. You left the wedding early. Where were you at?
What does your aunt sound like? She's Dominican.
Yeah, she's Dominican. Like, Michael, where you go? Where you? It's like
you eating a sex trafficked woman ass again?
Just a lick.
No, abuelita. or,
No, I promise.
Or aunt
What, tia?
Poitia.
Tia?
Tia, I remember that. Tio and Tia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Titi? No, Titi. I know you look. Why don't you ever lick my ass?
She has colon cancer. I'm not gonna do that.
Maybe you
That
would
might be good
cure
for
it.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
My ass, it is so sore.
Please, Michael, lick.
Please lick the tumor in my butthole.
It's itchy. I can reach my fingers.
Please. You're such a good nephew.
Tia, this is just poop. There's not a tumor in your ass.
Oh, I also have dementia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You want to end it there? Or what do we...
Eating shit out of your aunt's asshole.
If they haven't turned it off by now.
There's just one guy still watching. Like this, I like this Dominican guy. He's a
Yeah,
freak.
he's a freak.
Yeah, there's some guys eating his aunt's asshole, feeling good about himself now. You know what? I'm not a pervert. I don't care what they say about me.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus is watching. Like he's getting to heaven for sure. This is a guy.
We're wearing matching shirts.
How you guys are?
Maroon.
And I'm a ginger. Yeah.
We're twins.
What would you guys? It's always funny when I try to tie it together. I'm like, all right, enough about eating your aunt's ass. Now, what would you guys? What would you want to promote?
Rough Week podcast, baby.
It's a good podcast. I watch
Thanks,
it.
dude.
Yeah. You can follow me at Mike Almanzar Comedy. MALMANZARCOMEDY. That's Instagram. In case you can't spell, fucking idiot.
Don't neg them.
No, there's one guy who's like, no, I can fucking spell. I'll type that bitch in. All right.
Dude, I was doing that, not to plug my podcast again, the Rough Week podcast.
Good podcast.
We've been calling our fans weaklings.
That is funny. Yeah.
And me and my co-host Luke
Tuma.
we were saying yeah, you're weaklings now. That's what we call you, you little bitch. And we're like doing that, and I'm like,
pig.
I paused it for a minute. I was like, there's a guy jacking off right now. So, you weakling.
Rough week.
I'm nobody.
I got one of those recently from a guy who I was talking on somebody else's podcast about how my mom got my dick pics through the iCloud. It's all
Yeah, it
story ever.
happens.
Nice.
And then this
Your
guy.
mom also got my dick pics.
Oh really? I can't tell if you're serious.
Yeah, I sent them to your mom.
My mom.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway,
Wouldn't that make you
anyways.
actually really mad? What the fuck? Sorry.
I
guys.
And
mean,
it's on the
thing
Google
shut off.
Drive?
Yeah, that's happening, like, you fucking. But the guy started commenting. He's like, "Yeah, it's crazy. Like, bet you got a big one." Just like stuff like that. He's like, "Same thing happened to me." I sent my mom my dick pics, which I was embarrassed about. My dad got them too. A little more embarrassed about. And I'm just like, I think this dude's trying to. It was just.
He's trying to be like, you want to like compare? Or?
Yeah. Or maybe
Which dick pics did your mom get?
Yeah. Either way, by the way, if you're listening to the podcast, you can send me. Whatever
Send
harassment-
Michael pictures
I don't-
of your penis.
I don't care. Do whatever kind of harassment you want.
Yeah.
It wasn't harassment. You're just trying to.
That's
flirt,
called
but-
engagement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I appreciate anybody listening a lot.
Yeah.
Get on the Discord, send in your dick pics.
Comment what you do to my asshole. Link below to comment on my sweet asshole. Like, rate, subscribe, and comment what you do to my tiny little ass.
On ChatGPT, you can get AI generated pictures of my asshole. Ooh, this one has a ring on it. Ooh.
How much did we do?
For here, yeah. Let me just wrap up. We're at an hour, so if you're watching this, if you're watching this on YouTube ones come out. They're supposed to come out Sunday, but they'll probably come out Monday.
Free feet pics.
But yeah, they should come out Sunday at latest Monday. On other platforms, it's always Sunday.
Yeah.
Michael Good Comedy, if you're listening on Spotify and you want to check it out on YouTube, just start uploading. Not all the episodes are on YouTube, though. So if you're watching YouTube, you want to see older ones, go on Spotify or Apple. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Interracial.